Yeah, that was my first kind of improvised scene in a long time.
Oh,
Yay.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Was it as weird as you thought it would be on the screen?
No, I like doing them. I mean, when I really like doing the sit down stuff actually, because when we went up when y'all whipped our butts though in the pod what was it?
Improv for
for humans, yeah. Y'all are like, oh yeah, that. But I really enjoyed it. I mean, I think it's fun to the cut twos and sitting down. You got to be a little bit. It's different, but you listen more for some reason. I really like it.
You're forced to. Yeah. You gotta listen when you're sitting there. And you got to be a bit more descriptive and less physical.
Yeah. But as soon as I got in the scene, I was like, with John, I was like, stranger scene. All right, well, let's, because I'm afraid of those. I'm not afraid of them, but I don't feel like I do well if I don't. But anyway.
Stranger scenes are great.
Especially like relentless strangers.
That's the key. The stranger has to get immediately personal very quickly.
Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah.
What if I eat one of your fries?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know who you are, man. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Those are my favorites.
Let's talk about some of your background, man. You've been doing improv. You've went to Improv Olympics. So, man, I want to kind of hear about like what was improv like in LA. You know, going through that system. You know, then coming to Houston. You know, like walk me through that. I love hearing about people's experiences. In
so. Yeah, well, I started here with, massive creativity, and then just that really linearly is kind of where we got to New Movement and Station and kind of where Station is now. But I went to LA and pretty much jumped right in. As far as like the quality of one versus the other, I see there's a lot of quality here that, and I think it stacks up to stuff in LA. Obviously, your group is, one of them. That's amazing. But I will say in LA, I felt like there was probably there's a group of people that are actors where their agent told them to take an improv class versus maybe in Chicago or other, places where maybe they're doing it for the love of it. But I learned from, some of the best, Craig Kukowski, being one of them. I know Michi or y'all took workshops with him. But I've been doing it for 17 years, kind of on and off. I feel like I'm still not like the most perfect performer. It's like you're always striving to be the most perfect or improve upon yourself. And there's no such thing as a perfect improviser. But I think something did click when I came back. For some reason, at whatever age I was, at 32 or 33, there was a click moment where I knew I had the chops, but then like I was just better at, and then actually teaching it, I learned a lot from teaching it, and I became a decent teacher, I feel like. I don't know what the original part of your question was, but
no, that was it.
I think that usually in the first year or two, if you're watching someone perform or teaching them or that, okay, well, they've got something. And then there's others that they might need a little bit more work, or you see like them hit a wall or something. But I always want to be open to it because I feel like I blossomed late. And for whatever reason, I kind of, let it go. It still happens. The listening part is still a thing because even in every sales profile that I've done for a work job or a work, you know what a work job is? It's
a work job.
Every work job I ever had.
It's kind of like AP work. It's just a higher level. But and when I'm doing sales, even this last sales training for this pharmaceutical job I'm doing, I've noticed that he had to give me the note that I've gotten from every improv instructor I ever had is, and I would even teach this myself, is like, just because you can say all of it doesn't mean you need to say all of it. Like, hold some bullets. Amici is the master at this.
Man.
Like, he may think of this 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, but he's going to hold the bullet. Whereas I'm like, oh, here's the thing you need to sell, and I'm selling it, and here's all the things about it, and let's go. Okay. And it's like, you need to, like, just hold it a second, because you're going to get there. Like, and so that's the one thing is, like, it's the listening, but it's really like, you'll be able to use it later. And if you don't use it this show, you can use it the next show or whatever. So there's the patience of it all, really. I still do it. I still talk too much. So, you know, and the biggest thing with improv is like jumping in just to get in on the action versus, you know, piling on just so I can get in on the fun, which is great, but jumping in and moving it forward versus just jumping in just to be there is kind of something I always think about. So, but yeah, that I did that and came back here. I still love it, man. It's been a weird, obviously for everyone being off so long. You kind of like, you forget, like, do I even know how to do this? But it's fairly instinctual, I would think. And like, you know, when we're texting with each other, or, you know, we're doing bits with each other all the time, because that's naturally what improvisers do, is they heighten this and heighten that, and which makes non-improvisers don't want to be around us really at parties, things like that. Right? So, but yeah.
I feel like improvisers will extend a bit to its longest possible.
Yeah.
Other than any other medium, whether actors or stand-ups or whatever, improvisers will take a bit and ride that bit as long as they can. Among themselves.
Yeah. And the rule of 3 becomes the rule of 47.
Yeah.
Right. So, but anyway. Yeah. So, and then but I'm excited to be, assuming we're back, I'm excited to perform, you know, some more. I just took a new job in pharmaceutical sales.
Really?
Yeah. So I'd been in sales the previous 5 or 6 years, and then
drug dealer.
Exactly, to pharmaceutical sales, which but really what's funny about pharmaceutical sales is, and it is very a good fit for me, because in these personal profiles that I've done for work jobs, like I said, there's what's the feedback on me is I thrive off a personal interaction. That's wonderful. And I also have to keep moving. Like I had, like, so in pharmaceutical sales, there's a lot of small, short meetings. I do a lunch here for them. I go somewhere else and do a lunch there. So it's like these kind of like multiple interactions, moving in and out of the car, although that's tedious and sucks.
Like, how many lunches do you take a day?
8, 9.
It's a work job, Antoine.
Yeah, maybe you've not done a work job.
No, Ryan, do you are you in like doctor's offices?
Yeah.
Are you doing? Yeah. So those lunches, like that's when you're buying lunch for the whole office, right? Or what, are you just doing one-on-one with the office?
It depends. So here's you try to talk to them, but the pharmaceutical industry has created this monster basically where the offices are like, no, you can't talk to them. And I get it. They might have patients. Some of them let you talk to them. Every office is different. But the standard really is, well, let's set up a breakfast. Let's set up a lunch. So I'm literally, 3 weeks in, I'm like, it's almost like I'm a glorified caterer. Like, it's true.
Y'all laughing. This is real.
It's very real. And so,
and when you say set up a breakfast, that's for the whole office or for you and the person?
No, the whole office gets it. So, for example, this one doctor's office there might be 4 or 5 cardiologists, but the office in whole is like 60 people. So you got to buy 60 lunches. Now, on something like that, I would go for Jason's Deli because it's very inexpensive, but that's $600.
Yeah,
and it's crazy. And then, but you've created this monster to where they expect it so much that they give you specific things. For example,
we want this.
Yeah, in fact, it might be here. there's a list here. I'm not joking. And let me grab it. Actually, hold on.
Please do.
Well, it doesn't matter, but it's right in there. But I said, well, let's set up a lunch. She goes, okay, and then she's looking down and she just goes like this and hands me the paper, and I look on it, and no bullshit, it's 30 people in the office, their exact order that they would like when you're going to Sonic, so their flavor slushy at Sonic, their Starbucks order, and then their Smoothie King order, down to like the Power Boost shot with peanut butter chocolate burst or whatever. And I was like, oh, maybe do you have anything that's maybe more specific on what you guys would like? but I really do enjoy it. I mean, it's sales is a performance, a little bit. Not that it's disingenuous, but there's a performance factor to it, and some days you're not feeling it. But with these short intervals, but I love it. Like it's kind of like flirting a little bit, even though it's nothing sexual about it. But like you're just flirting with people. You're having fun with
yes, yes.
Hey.
Like the what do I always go for? The places that try to get you to vacation. But
timeshares.
Exactly. You get me right. Exactly.
They are the number one flirters, man.
Exactly.
Them and the T-Mobile people that are in the middle of the mall. They used to try to.
Oh yeah. Oh, and the sea salt girls in the kiosk in the Galleria.
Yeah.
And they're like the most beautiful, like Armenian women, and I can't. I'm just like, they're like, would you like to try some sea salt on your skin? I'm like, I do.
Why not?
Next day you walk away with a 200 bottle of sea salt.
Yeah.
But you could have
guys should try this. You guys should try this.
Oh man, that's great. But my question is always with those pharmaceuticals. You mean to tell me cardiologists don't know what drugs are out there? They really need you to come in there and start telling them about what's there.
You need the food to recall their memory.
Yeah, so a couple things. One, some of the big pharma can afford to make a big push for something like on TV.
Yeah,
but it's a great question. Actually, there's still a need for boots on the ground to bring it to them, to remind them, to give them samples and just buy them food and like remind them, because I mean they might have heard about it, but because we might have shipped out samples before I got there or something, but it really is a boots on the ground kind of grassroots sort of thing. You'd think there'd be a catalog, right? And they would that they get like Drug Journal or something, like that, but there's not. So, I mean, I kind of thought the same thing, and then I thought, well, when this takes off, if it starts doing well, do they just dump us? Like, they don't need us anymore? If everybody knows about it now, then they don't need us.
Right.
But there's a little bit of, I mean, we'll see, but from what my understanding is, there's still maintenance that happens, and there's still new providers to talk to and things like that. So yeah. So
I always wondered about that, but I appreciate those lunches. Oh, excuse me, I didn't work in an office to get them, as much as other people, but they stopped a lot of that in the hospital, so we didn't.
Well, and it's gotten.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's gotten. It used to be that you could just throw all kinds of money at them, take them to games, but they really regulated it.
Yeah.
With something called the Sunshine Act, and you can only spend $25 a person here on lunch, which is not, or on a meal, which is like, that's pretty decent.
Why is it called the Sunshine Act?
I don't know. I wish I had a better answer for you.
Sunshine Act.
And I can't do a bit on it either because I don't have one.
I know, right? It sounds like a.
But in New York, the limit is like $15. So in a state with much higher cost of living, you spend less on people. So it's highly regulated there. But yeah.
I get it.
So
sorry.
But yeah, because you could really lead to, if you shower somebody and then there's like, well, is that a kickback or whatever because he's prescribing all this medicine for them. So anyway.
Yeah, so the Sunshine Act, it gets its name because it's supposed to increase transparency financial relationships.
Oh, to shine the light on it.
Shining on
That's
light.
it's like
Okay.
The kickbacks and corruption.
Yes.
Running
Thank
rampant
you.
and
Yeah, 'cause I mean, right? Because if there's no limit, like doctors could be prescribing like Smarties, like candies.
Yeah.
But they're like on the Riviera or somewhere.
Yeah.
On the dime of a.
Yeah.
we cut to Ryan showing up to a previous customer of his with a new offer. No. Let me stop you right there. There. Ever since the Sunshine Act, it's just I feel like the spark has gone out in this whole thing. Like what you offer just doesn't excite us anymore. I'm sorry.
Well, Dr. Livingston, but I mean, I bought you donuts.
Yeah, you bought us donuts this time, but before you buy us whole cakes and croissants, and there was a fondue fountain of chocolate. Do you remember that? I do.
Of course, I bought it. I remember that. Yeah, and I got you, and then I brought in a pet elephant. Remember? And you guys were like eating off of the hump of his back, and it was a small one, and it got through the door. But I mean, that kind of presentation, those kinds of things, like I need to be reimbursed for those kinds of things.
I'm just saying you don't do those types of things anymore, you know? So it's like it's just not as exciting as it used to be. I feel like the fire is gone.
The buyer's gone?
The fire is gone.
I mean,
and thus
the buyer is gone.
The fire is gone.
But then you're gonna say, but thus the buyer's gone. Right?
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Well, Dr. Livingston, just if you just tell me what you want, I promise I'll go get it. I mean,
anything?
It's been a real rough month, okay? My lawn is fucked up, okay, and I gotta repair it. And I got kids and dogs.
I got kids and huh? That's not what we do. I don't want to hear about your home life.
What?
We cut to the two of them at relationship counseling.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Livingston, this is what you wanted. You wanted to come to relationship counseling with a pharmaceutical rep. Okay, so you want to keep the relationship going, but you're just not sure if he's listening to you.
Exactly. And you know, this is a note I've given him in the past. It's just like
he's giving me a lot of notes.
I'm talking right now. See, he always feels like he needs to say everything, like all the time. And that's part of the problem with this. And it was fine before because we had pet elephants and chocolate fountains, but now he's just
we did. They ate sushi off his back.
That's true. That was then. Now it's a box of donuts, and I hear about his lawn.
Oh wow! I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun. It's is sparks going out of the relationship? Is that what's happened?
I think that's what's happening. I'm really considering finding another rep. I hate to say it. We've really had a good thing for so long, but ever since they really shown up, the Sunshine Act really shone a light on our relationship. I'll say that.
Okay. Oh yeah, you have a question?
Okay. Well. My hands are tied. I can't bring him. Don't throw your hands up, Dr. Livingston. I can't bring him, Danishes on a llama. I did that also. Or other barnyard animals in the office, like, and one time we had parakeets that were singing, and then I would feed him, I would feed him like a little cupcake, and then I would put it in his mouth, and the parakeets would just go like that. There really was nothing had one to do with the other, but it was really nice.
Wow! And now you're just bringing donuts. That's such a big step down from where it was to where it is.
And I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the rep I used to know wouldn't say his hands are tied. The rep I used to know would make anything happen. Right? He was to say it and it's done. Whatever you need. Right?
Okay. Yeah. Have you tried breaking the law, just doing what you want anyway, without anyone knowing?
Well, I'm pretty sure bringing an elephant into a hospital was breaking the law, but I can do it more.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Okay, so I just want to make sure we're clear here. Dr.
Yeah, do it in secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring an elephant into a hospital in secret. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's my professional advice.
Okay.
I've been doing this for 25 years.
I was going to say, I've got 2 doctors telling me to do this. So if it goes wrong, there's no way I can get in trouble, right?
Right.
The rep I used to know wouldn't worry about getting in trouble.
We cut to Ryan at the pharmaceutical bar. I tell you what do they say, Ryan? They said just break the law, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You just said break the law.
That's right. Hold on. I had first of all, I went to therapy with Dr. Livingston, and both of them told me to bring in an elephant in secret. Okay. And so, thank you. And so, it's good. It's good wheat beer.
The best
so I did it, and I literally, I pulled the fire alarm, and everyone got out of the hospital, and then I brought the elephant in. What are they doing to you?
Let me tell you
what's new with you?
Forget about me, okay? I was listening to what's going on with you, and I just want to let you know, you can do all of that stuff. You can do all of that stuff, Ryan, and they still won't take you back.
No.
They still find another pharmaceutical rep. I did it. I set up a circus in Dr. McClinton's office. I had a Ferris wheel. I mean, it was terrible. The cops, everybody dragged me out. I was locked up for a week.
I was wondering where you were.
Yeah. And I got out of there, and I went back to the office, and I was like, I'm your rep, right? And lo and behold, sitting in my chair was a goddamn other pharmaceutical rep.
A goddamn other rep.
Other reps. That's what the problem is. It's other reps.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
He's probably gonna get him some Amazon gift cards or something.
Right.
That doesn't show you care.
No.
Those little chicken minis from Chick-fil-A, that shows you care.
That's right.
All right, now I want y'all to calm down here in this bar. The last person that sounded like this went by the name of Kendrick.
What?
And he caused a lot of damage out there in that bar parking lot. So get y'all shit together.
Are you talking about Kendrick the lawn cutter? He charged you like $1 or $2 less than everybody else?
That's right. He does my lawn. It's fun.
And scene.
Advertisement. We charge you $1 or $2 less than the competition.
What's that price? $1 or $2 less.
No, what is it? You tell me. What would you pay?